All youth should be able to thrive in society. And Big Thought is working to equip youth in marginalized communities to be able to live and thrive and create their best lives in this world.
How do we employ you? How do we coach you? How do we create skill development for you? But more importantly, how do we partner with you? Because there's nothing about us without us.
I wanted to be a part of Big Thought because it was a representation of something that was bigger than myself. Through the Workforce Solutions program, the specific job that I had was actually within the realm of educating and inspiring youth within a social emotional learning curriculum.
When we're able to provide opportunities for those youth and for those special populations who would not otherwise have an opportunity to move up through a higher wage earning opportunity, to actually solidify what college looks like for them and their families. When we're able to do that, then we're enacting change that directly reflects the work that we do in our communities.
We focus primarily on prevention and deflection. How might we build out our nation's ability and capacity to ensure that young people at the greatest risk of justice involvement instead have opportunities for increased economic mobility and social well-being. The foundation has supported Big Thought for almost a year now. Our first grant to them was a grant last year to help them start the community of practice here in the Dallas area.
This community of practice is bringing together more than 35 stakeholders to design strategies that will directly impact 16 to 24-year-olds locally here in Dallas, but also nationally that are currently disconnected from school and work.
It is our job as a community of practice to reach as many people as we can that provides them access to a quality education, quality training, quality services.
The reason Big Thought focuses on arts as workforce intervention programs is because they need to know that their creativity, their expertise is worth the dollar. Also, we wanted to make sure that they understood that they were developing skills that could be utilized in the workforce.
This project is just one example of the really awesome work we've been able to fund through the Walmart.org Center for Racial Equity. And it's not just focused on workforce. We're also focused on how do we build the social well-being of young people.
With other community of practices growing across the country, this work can be done. And those millions of students that are feeling it now will have opportunities so that they are no longer disconnected and are in a situation where they can thrive.
All right. This is the last session of the day. I know y'all are tired, because I am. But you guys just saw an amazing video from our partners at Big Thought. Let's give them a hand. Big Thought is a social impact, youth-focused nonprofit in the greater Dallas area and an amazing partner of ours. I want to think about the work that we all do together. Some of you might know that I am a descendant and a child of some Baptist ministers. And when I think about social impact, I'm always reminded of one of my favorite moments in civil rights. Many might not know that at Dr. King's funeral, Mahalia Jackson sang my grandmama's favorite hymn. And I think that hymn bottles up why we all do the work we do. It goes, if I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can cheer somebody with a word of song, if I can do my duty as a good man ought, then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. If I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living shall not be in vain. And what reminds me of that word, what reminds me of the work that we do is that so often it's actually not about us. It is about us leaving something better than we made it, than we received it. And so, thank you, welcome back. I feel like it's a really good, appropriate start to this session. I know y'all are tired, I had to wake y'all up a little bit. But I hope you enjoyed the interactive breakout sessions. For those that don't know, my name is Marvin Carr. I am a director of corporate giving at Walmart.org, Walmart Foundation, and I support the company's post-George Floyd racial equity commitment. After the murder of George Floyd, Walmart, like many corporations, we committed $100 million over 5 years to address the source of systemic inequity across this country in 4 areas: health, wealth, education, and criminal justice reform. Myself and my colleague Patty Constantakis, who's here, we really focus primarily in this space at the intersection of opportunity and young people. And so what you saw in the video today was our amazing partners from Big Thought, who are developing an ecosystem of nonprofits across North Texas who are focused on connecting the adults who care for young people at the greatest risk of criminal justice involvement. What we know is that across the country, these are the types of opportunities, the types of infrastructure building that we need to continue to support in our communities. What's really important, I think, is, as you heard Julie talk about this morning, the shared value for Walmart. Why is Walmart concerned with youth and young people? Why is Walmart concerned with criminal justice reform? The fact of the matter is 2 things. In communities where people feel safe walking from their car through their Sam's Club parking lot, walking from their home to their neighborhood market, in communities where the entire talent profile of that community is available to Walmart and not locked up in prisons, the community thrives and Walmart thrives, right? Secondarily, in communities where young people have access to the fullness of their opportunity. Without even trying, Walmart is the largest private employer in America. 29.8% of our associates, that's 1.6 million people, are under the age of 24. That's approximately 450,000 young people who come to work at Walmart every day. And we're thinking about how do we connect these young people to our talent profiles? How do we build their skills? How do we help these first jobs become credentialed skill sets? And how can we bring you all, raise your hand, everybody, along with us in that journey? And so one of the things I want to talk about today in the short time I have left is an amazing program that we're funding and supporting called Unlock Potential. If you heard Unlock Potential, raise your hand. We had a great, awesome conversation about it earlier. Unlock Potential is an intentional hiring program for young people at the greatest risk of justice involvement. They include young people who have parents in prison, young people who are in the juvenile justice system, young people who are survivors of trafficking, and young people who are at risk of aging out of foster care. We posit that if we provide these young people, if we help to build the nation's infrastructure, to provide those young people with the social well-being and economic mobility required to reach their full potential, we would deflect them and reduce their chances of entering the justice system. And so we're partnering with 8 different businesses, including Delta Airlines, Hilton Hotels, Walmart, Sam's Club, and over 70 nonprofits across the country to build intentional hiring pathways for hundreds of young people, hopefully soon thousands of young people as we scale with your businesses over the next coming years. It's really important for us. And then the last thing I want to share is just for the company, our shared value in this work. You're going to hear from today from groups of amazing mentors and leaders in America who think about the role of opportunity. Everybody say opportunity. That is the key. With so much focus on the negative things, on the deficits that young people and that our communities have, we have to do a better job thinking about how can we build positive opportunities? How can we ensure that young people have all they need to reach their full potential? How can we imagine that all workers, frontline workers, whomever, have what they need to reach their full potential? And for me, the opportunity for next generation, which is what this session, this afternoon is titled for, means ensuring every young person can reach their full potential. It's about breaking barriers, creating pathways to success. And when we invest in our youth, we invest in the future of our communities and our country. And this commitment aligns with our Walmart shared value approach, right? Helping people save money and live better lives is as much about the live better lives as it is save money, right? Ensuring that young people can live the lives that they need to ensure that they can reach their full potential is our focus. Now, to kick things off, Thank you for being you're very lively for an afternoon audience, so give yourselves a hand. And let's keep this liveliness up for our next group. So to kick things off, I'm pleased to invite our first speakers, Al Roker and Michael Counter from Al Roker Entertainment, to take the stage, talk about empowering narratives.